It's very significant. I mean, I think Miller was pretty canny in this way. To the extent that he's writing the Crucible specifically about 17th century Salem, and he's asking it to echo with what was his contemporary situation, 1950s America, and we're presenting it here in 21st century United States, and we're saying, you know, I think some of these themes redound throughout those periods, and I think one of the things that's that you know, Tituba is sort of the catalyst. Yeah. For the whole accusation of witchery. And I think where Miller's canniness lies is he gives, that gains momentum because Tituba is from Barbados. She's very much the other, so they can wrap this specter of witchcraft around her.
In this play, I'm looking at these people. It's difficult in 2007 to look at 1692 and believe that these people really believe that someone could be casting some horrible spell on their town and making their children sick. But in times of crisis, you look for anything. And when you are determined to find something, you will find it if you have to make it up.
I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. Jacobs with the devil.
She speaks. She speaks. Glory to God, it is broken, they are free.
I saw Goody Simmer with the devil. I saw Goody Horton with the devil. I saw Mr. Bullock with the devil. I saw Goody with the devil.
If the play offers us any insight into our current situation, or to our, let's unfortunately say, recurrent situation, it is true that it is those people who are liminal, marginal, they are the ones onto whom all of our fears are projected, and who they become, you know, I mean, in the language of 17th century Salem, they become witches. You know, if you look at contemporary America, what we find, we're very frightened, and obviously we can take the events of September 11th, 2001 as a kind of benchmark moment when we were really surrounded by fear, and then let's think about who it is that we've demonized since then. You know, I mean, certainly a lot, you know, the whole specter of what it is to be Muslim or Arab generally is got more shakiness, but immigration too.
In times of crisis, you will always look for what's outside yourself. You will not look at what is familiar to you or what is known to you, because then you find yourself sort of indicting yourself.
People get a bit high on panic and fear. We think of that as a kind of condition that's odious or that we would choose to avoid, but haven't you felt that? Yes.
It's the adrenaline, and it's why the director, Anna Shapiro, had said to us, you know, when you're going through these previews, you have to understand that there are going to be people are going to react differently. And you know, in the theater, what is interesting is that when things get very intense, you will sometimes hear people in the audience laughing.
Yeah.
You know,
giddy.
Sometimes they think. Sometimes it's because they are incredulous of what they're experiencing. Sometimes there's a familiarity or recognition there that elicits that response. But sometimes it's just plain how they respond to tension and anxiety and panic. Some people become immobilized, and some people they laugh. It's a nervous response.
Yeah.
You know, but I agree. It's that adrenaline. Where the adrenaline comes from, how it's elicited, and how it gets used are all other questions. But that, you know, which defines whether it's a good situation or a bad situation, whether it's excitement or panic.